Greetings, weary travelers. This is Jay the Bard, and you're listening to The Nerds Templar. Well met!
Hey, fellow Templars, Zach here with the one, the only, the very talented Jay the Bard. How are you doing today, Jay?
I'm tired, man. Just got home from work, but happy to be on the show. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, anytime, man. Zillion's one of our previous guests, and a mutual friend of ours actually showed me your song that you sung at Blizzcon, and I'll tell you, man, it was awesome. So I was like, I need this guy on the show, and here we are.
Zillions, she is an awesome person. She does great work. She's the brand manager for Funnel Boss TV, but she also does stuff to help me out over for my show, The Bard's Tavern, and for Lost Codex on YouTube.
And I guess I'll make it official here. She's also helping me out too. So
hey,
look at that. Look at that. We have so much in common.
She's a multitasker.
She really is. When off camera, quote unquote, we were talking. I don't know how she has enough hours in the day to do what she does. But before we get too far off track, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself, Jay? Who you are, what your YouTube channel is, and just overall things that you think we should know about you.
Well, first and foremost, my name is Jay, and I'm the host of a show called The Bard's Tavern. We are a show that's a podcast that we have access to on iTunes, on Stitcher, and soon, of course, to be on other formats like hopefully Spotify once we get the application process done. You can also find some of our big interviews on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/jaythebard. You'll see some of the amazing interviews that we've had with a lot of Blizzard's voice actors for the Overwatch cast. For example, the last voice actor we just interviewed, we got the exclusive interview with Matilda Smedius, and that is the voice of Overwatch's newest hero, Brigitte Lindholm, the new support hero. We were the first to get the interview. There was nothing online anywhere, and it was pretty cool. We reached out to her, and she agreed to the interview, and we actually streamed it live on Twitch TV, and we literally had over like 100 some people pop in like that, and it kept rising and rising and rising, more follows, and people got to actually interact with her and ask her questions. We've interviewed Farah's voice actor, Jen Cohn, and she is sweet, just like an ice cream cone. We've interviewed Anjali Bhamani, the voice of Symmetra, Fyodor Chin, the voice of Zenyatta. We've actually even interviewed Johnny Cruz, the voice of Lucio, and many other people in the Blizzard universe, including the legendary, one of the most veteran people from Blizzard Entertainment, Samwise Didier, the senior art director, the metalhead of Blizzard himself. So we are a show that's dedicated to a lot of things in geek culture, much like your guys' channel. And we do reach out, and we go to convention, do coverage all over California, and it's something I personally enjoy. I get to go and meet fellow fans of, whether it's anime, comic books, and I get to interact and talk with them. And one of the benefits of this, going as a member of the press too, is I get to interact with their guests. I'm actually looking forward to going to Silicon Valley Comic-Con coming up in 2 weeks over here in California, where I get to meet Stan Lee himself. I'm working on an interview, hopefully, but looking forward to finally meeting this man after all these years.
No, I hear he is a incredibly hard man to get a hold of for interviews. So if you can do that, good on you.
Most definitely.
So, speaking of, conventions in California, there's a big one, happens typically every November. I'm not sure if you know about it. It's called BlizzCon. And someone said they saw you there last year. So, were you there? Can you give us a scoop of what you might have been doing there, what was going on?
Yeah, I think one of my friends said they saw me up on the main stage somewhere. They weren't sure if it was me. They said, some guy looked on you like on the main stage, and he had a beanie on like you, he had a facial hair like you. He sang on stage, but then he cried in front of thousands of people. And God, one of the most interesting moments for sure. And then it turns out I'm like, oh wait, that was me. Yeah, I cried in front of Literally 30,000 people live and hundreds of thousands watching at home.
So, what was that experience like while you
So,
were on that stage?
you know, for me, it was truly something I never thought I fully would experience. My whole life, from being a kid to now, I always loved entertaining people. Uh, I would watch a lot of stuff, like I would watch a lot of voice actor stuff, like when I could. Well, at the time you didn't really see like the voice actors as a title; they were just actors doing voices, like Robin Williams. And I would do stuff that I would like to entertain people with, and that kind of followed me in music. I always wanted to perform in front of like a large audience, but I just never had really the opportunity. When I worked on my song for BlizzCon, I submitted it and said to myself, you know what? At least I submitted it. I will not make it in, but you know what? At least I put something in there. And this was something that in my guild that I was in, it was just kind of a running joke that if I got this many donations on my stream one day, and I had a small stream, I only had like 20 people following me, and that I would write a song for the guild, and the guild completely all donated money for me to go to another convention, just perform at this convention. This is way before BlizzCon. This is before BlizzCon was even like a thought that I could go to. So I wrote a song, and it was a complete lore song, which is the song I performed. And when I was there at BlizzCon, the realization of being there did not hit me until like the very day before, like the day before BlizzCon, like the actual day before, because I was there 2 days beforehand, so I saw the signs. But fast forwarding to the performance on stage, I was very nervous. It was funny because the guys who were working on stage, they were like, Jay, we are so happy to have you here. We're so glad you're not nervous. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm not nervous at all. I'm a motherfucker. Oh my God, no, you have no idea how nervous I am. I'm just really good at hiding it. And I remember like, okay, Jay, go on stage. And I remember my heart pounding as I'm walking out on stage. It's dark. And, playing the video of like the little interview they do with us. And I just remember I'm like, please don't forget any of your lines. I was literally working on the last bits of my song backstage. That song was not complete until like literally the day of like BlizzCon.
Oh wow!
It originally was going to end with Sargeras's reign, and then I add that last part last minute. So, when the lights go on and you hear me go, "What's up, BlizzCon? What's up, BlizzCon?" And you hear my voice crack a little bit, and it's because that's me projecting out all my fear, all my anxiety for that moment of time. Like like Goku in Dragon Ball Z, yelling out his anger, collecting whatever energy he can get. That's me shooting out that negative thoughts, like the negative thoughts and energies in my mind, and just trying to leave just purely the nirvana that is going to be the music. Hopefully, well, at least hopefully it's a nirvana for them. Not like the band Nirvana, but I didn't expect people to really like it. High school, I always got made fun of for being the kid who just wanted to have that dream of playing music. I had teachers who would tell me that it was a dumb idea and stuff like that. And I understand that, but I love music. It's been part of my whole life. And I actually gave up on music that year. Like earlier that year, I just gave up on it as trying to be someone that would perform. I was going to school for it, going to college for it. And then I became a mass comm major, which definitely benefited me and helped me raise my confidence in a lot of areas going into radio and broadcasting. But I still love my music. So to perform my first full-on original song composed and lyrically written, not only at BlizzCon, at my first BlizzCon, no less, but my first time performing a song like that in front of a large audience like that, it's there's nothing that can really that's happened in my life that can ever replace that moment for me. You know, because
So
in life, you know, we have goals. You know, we know that we're gonna, you know, at some point in time we want to have, you know, kids. We want to have this career going on, but I don't think for the most part we tell ourselves we're gonna have that moment of opportunity to do something like that. I mean, I do not think of myself very talented. I'm actually my worst critic. So that and people loving it and the final decision when they told me I won, I could not help but burst into tears. I just all my emotions overcame and just I couldn't even speak English for that when they're like, Jay, what do you have to say? And I just said, I love you guys.
no, I
It's
can only
crazy.
imagine all the emotions swirling, for sure. And I you can tell that still it hits you right in the heart just by the way you speak, which is one of the cool things because it's a milestone in your life, I'm sure. And has it kind of sent you into a path for maybe the future to do more music related things?
It I will say that like instantly overnight my life had a change to it, a drastic change to it. Not like world renowned change, but a change to it that would I would never expect it. So I remember that night I got out, I left, and people were congratulating me as I was leaving, you know, back to my hotel room. And, you know, but that night, there's a couple people who just said, hey, man, congrats, you know, and that's it. And I go to my room. So I'm not one to go party or drink a lot. So it's like, I just kind of wanted to rest in my room. And like, I did a video to all my friends that were supporting me and my family members and let them know what happened who weren't able to watch it. And I saw reaction videos of my friends on Snapchat reacting to like, wait a minute, did my boy win? And then you hear everybody going crazy and everyone back home congratulating who watched it. The very next morning, I get up and I go down to the Hilton, and that's when I realized something that you know, like, oh my god, like it's not going to be the same anymore, at least at this point for the rest of BlizzCon. I was like, you know, I told myself, you know, I got my temporary moment of fame. I'm happy with it. If it ends after tomorrow, no one knows who the hell I am tomorrow. I don't care. I got to achieve my dream thanks to Blizzard. But people were going crazy and like, oh my god, let me get a picture with you. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, okay. And people were coming up to take pictures of me, cosplayers who had amazing cosplay. Oh, I gotta take a picture with you. And people were coming over to me and giving me gifts that they said they were working on. Like there was a lady who came over and she worked on this little like Hearthstone, and it was like knitted, right? It's a keychain, but it's like little knitted together, and it's a actual Hearthstone. And she gave it to me. I still have it. And that was the first thing she gave me. She's like, I made this for you like overnight. And I'm like, really? Thank you. Like she's like, do you like it? I'm like, I love it. Like, because you know, Hearthstones are, you know, associated with the taverns in
Yep.
World of Warcraft, and of course, you know, the Hearthstone Tavern in the game Hearthstone. But more people were just like, hey, you know, can I buy you a beer? Can I buy you, you know, a drink or something or whatever? And I'm like, no, it's not necessary. Oh, like, oh, you know, can you sign my BlizzCon badge? And I'm like, really? Like, are you sure? I'm like, I'm nobody, man. I'm just, I'm a fan just like you. I was just so blown away. I literally could not walk from one end of BlizzCon to the other without like having people want to take pictures of me. And I never said no. Not once did I say no to anybody. Anyone who stopped, I took a picture with. I because I know that if you know, I've been the person that's been like told no by someone before, and it's like, oh, you know, that's kind of sucky. No, I will take a picture with whoever's asking. And it was crazy. And one of the people I was hanging out with was like, dude, like it's taken like half an hour just to walk from like the main stage of BlizzCon over to go up the stairs. So it did, and it definitely segued a path for me for more doors to be open. Um, so I got to there's another convention that came up after BlizzCon, and it's called SAC Anime. It's in Sacramento, California, and they had a mass majority of the Overwatch voice actors there. They, because of my win at BlizzCon, and they knew me, they knew I do press work, and I have a good reputable show, podcast. They invited me to be one of their special guest hosts for the Overwatch panel. So I would be conducting some interviews and introducing the Overwatch voice actors. And if you go on my Twitter at jthebard89, that's my Twitter handle, you'll see there's actually a picture on my pinned wall, and that is me with majority of the voice actors. You'll see me with Keith Silverstein. He's the voice of Torbjorn, and for World of Warcraft members, he's the voice of Ronan and many other characters. Josh Petersdorf, he's the voice of Roadhog, Maxwell Tyrosis in World of Warcraft, Ursoc, Jay Starkweaver. Next to him is Chris Parson, the voice of Junkrat. Next to that is Fyodor Chin, the voice of Mudmug in Mr. Pandaria, and also Zenyatta. Crispin Freeman, known for many voices in voice acting, but he's also Winston. Next to him, Paul Nakauchi, the voice of Hanzo and Maphael for Diablo fans. And of course, Li Shang, who is the voice of Mei. And the person missing in this big group picture that's on there is Anjali Bhamani, the voice of Symmetra. And she's actually the very first person from the Overwatch voice actor crew I ever met, and we became friends. And she's been kind, and now I got to know everybody else, and it's crazy, like it's crazy to think that I expect something like this to happen, and I don't have anything good that go. Like when I'm around like my friends, there's a running joke. They're like, "Oh my god, it's Jay the Bard," and I'm like, "Shut up! Oh my god!" And they always like to joke around, but I don't let it get to my head. I always tell myself, if it ends tomorrow, like no one remembers me, I am still so satisfied with what I've achieved. And I guess I'll share this too. Honestly, I'm very thankful to Blizzard. They're my favorite company. They are my favorite gaming company, and it's been that way. My very first video game was Warcraft. My friend gave that to me, and the fact that him handing me that game, if you told me that it would lead to where it's at now, I would tell you like you're a liar. But I'm thankful that from the continuous support of so many people, like even now to this day, if I go to someone's stream that's a World of Warcraft streamer and I just say hello, and they recognize the name and they check my profile, like, I loved your performance at BlizzCon. I'm a music major, and I just wanted to say I truly loved your performance, and I'm just like, thank you. Like, it truly means a lot. Sorry, I probably like went off a lot there. I digress, but
No, it's good. It's whenever you say you're rambling or you're going off on a tangent, I like it. You're telling the story of who you are, and that's exactly what these interviews are all about. So no need to apologize.
I guess I'm so used to doing my own interviews. I don't ever get to I don't talk about myself as much unless asked. So,
well, this is like free reign, so enjoy it. I'm not gonna ask for your picture, but that's because we're on literally opposite sides of the country.
Exactly.
So what are you up to these days?
I'm actually up to some pretty cool stuff. I'm working on my new song submission. Hopefully, Blizzard will enjoy this one and choose me to come back again for BlizzCon this year. I would like to go back to BlizzCon because it definitely became my home away from home. Other than that, I've been playing I do play competitive Overwatch with Roadhog voice actor Josh Petersdorf and a few other people, and we have fun playing stuff together, and that's pretty much it. We're doing my show. We just interviewed Brigitte Lindholm's voice actor. Her name is Matilda Smedius. And I'm continuing going to conventions and doing coverage, and I'm actually going to be doing my first booked performance at a convention. coming up in June. I
Oh.
can't say the convention yet because they haven't announced it, but I can. That's all I can say.
I was just about to say, tell us more about that. But no, you beat me. You've been on my side of the table. You know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you free reign to talk about whatever topic you want to. It can be dogs. It can be hashtag gun debate, but it doesn't have to be.
I tell people on my show, yeah, we avoid politics, anything that's controversial. We know it's probably good publicity and it brings good conversation. I just want I want it to be like if you and a friend were relaxing in a tavern and you're just drinking, like, hey man, dogs, like why are they better than cats? Like, why do dogs have ears that are floppy?
Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Why are dogs better than cats?
Oh no, man, I can't. I love them both. I'm just giving examples.
But yeah, anything you want to talk about, the segment of the show, I'm giving it to you.
Okay. Let's see. What can we talk about here? Okay. Did you know, as of today, at least for me finding out, that you can no longer really find the Szechuan sauce at McDonald's anymore?
Joke's on you. I just found it today.
Apparently, their while supplies last at this point because I went and got McDonald's. Shout out to you, Matilda. It's your fault. I went to get McDonald's because I was thinking about our conversation. If you listen to this episode or read it, but I was gonna go and get chicken tenders and not chicken nuggets, chicken tenders.
The selects.
I was gonna get and I was gonna get Szechuan sauce because honestly, it's pretty damn good. I was so skeptical about it, and then they're like, "Sorry, we are officially sold out of Szechuan sauce. It was a limited time thing," and I literally was like, "No, my Szechuan." So yeah, that's a sad thing.
So when I asked for Szechuan sauce today, the person at the McDonald's just looked so disgusted that I even asked for it.
Like, how dare you?
Yeah, I was like, they were like, all right, what kind of sauce do you want for your nuggets? Like, all happy and giddy. Like, what kind of sauce do you want? And I was like, do you guys still have the Szechuan sauce? And she looked and she was like, yeah. Like, I'll take that then. Without the side of judgment.
Without the side of judgment. No, delicious judgment for all.
No, if you go onto my Twitter right now, you'll see a picture of the new meme, the Marvel Avengers is the best crossover thing. I took a picture of Burger King chicken nuggets with the Szechuan sauce. I got that Szechuan sauce today. So, it's not out everywhere, folks, but apparently they're stopping the train.
Yeah, they're stopping the train for sure.
So if you want it, you're going to have to sell your car to get it in the near future.
No, I would not be like that person that did that. That's for sure.
To be fair, I think they sold a junker, so...
Alright, that's fair enough to say.
That dude must have been... I got a car for a little packet of sauce. So is there anything that you want to plug? Any social medias, any upcoming projects?
Yeah, sure. So plug-wise, please do check out the YouTube channel once again. It's youtube.com/jthebard. You can also follow me on Twitter at handle is jthebard89 because somebody else has jthebard by itself.
Totally thought that's because 89 was the year you were born.
Yeah, totally it is. But you can also follow me on Instagram as just jthebard. And you can go and follow us on Facebook for the show, The Bard's Tavern, which has a new episode every 2 weeks. And we do have some great guests that show up on the show. Like some Overwatch voice actors. We have had actual actors like Rob Paulson. Not to say, take away, I shouldn't say it like that. Okay. We have actors in general that come on the show. Because voice actors are actual actors. They all take the same class. Anyways. Sorry, tired.
They all take the same class.
They all went to acting class. but we have actually had bands on the show. We just interviewed Sabaton, it's a metal band, and yeah, you can check out more of our content. And I implore you guys to check out my friends at the Lost Codex on YouTube. They do great lore videos for World of Warcraft that are very in depth. And if you're, already familiar with like lore videos, and you probably already know Novel, and if you like Novel, then you gotta check out stuff like Nixium, who does Machinima stuff, and Mookluk. Well, Mookluk, when he doesn't secretly upload YouTube videos, is Machinima.
He does always. It's always a secret upload though.
Yeah, it's always a secret upload. Every day, Mookluk uploads a secret machinima that no one can find. You just got to be lucky. Shout out Mookluk.
Hashtag shadow Mookluk.
Hashtag I hate hashtag shout out Mookluk.
I don't even. I'm gonna try to type that out later when I'm editing this,
He's gonna be like,
and it's not gonna
"What
work."
the hell did you say about me, Jay? I haven't even talked to you in forever." Like, Mookluk, I just wanted to give you a shout out and let people know about your secret YouTube channel that you actually upload stuff every week. We just don't know about it. You're beating Nixium. Then you'll hear Nixium like, "Oh, it's new Allah there." I can't do Nixium's.
No, that was actually really, really good.
Oh no, I'm really terrible. Like Nix. So like for my Twitch channel. Oh, that's right. If you want to catch my Twitch channel too, which is like Jay the Bard, exactly all one word. Every now and then I do stream when I have the chance. If you go give it a follow while I'm streaming, you'll hear this in the background. This is my follow alert.
Oh, Ishnu Allah, weary travelers. Welcome to the Bard's Tavern.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. So he came on. He popped by my stream one day, and I'm friends with Nixium, and that's been one of the cool perks is meeting more people in the content creators. And he came by my stream, and we were singing songs separately together, like switching off. And I was like, "Before you go, you want to do that voice for me so I can use this as my follow alert?" So.
So, I want to thank you very much for taking the time out, coming over the internet waves today, and having a great chat. It's been awesome.
No problem.
And yeah, anytime. I can't wait to see all the other content that you create. Because I have been watching your interviews, and the ones on YouTube at least, and I'm a big fan. So you got me. You guys should check him out. But yeah, that'll do it for us tonight. I hope everyone stays classy until the next time.
As always, I'll see you guys in the tavern.